Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Hope that you're having a great day. Thanks for being here. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good morning or afternoon, evening, wherever you're listening to us from. We are around the world now. We're a global community, and I think that's so exciting that we get to share notes and compare information between a really wide a range of women, all over 60, but we've got different situations, different priorities, and different cultures that we come from. So thank you so much for being here and spending your time with us. Now, my tea today is a lemon ginger. Lemon ginger is one of my favorites because, well, I love ginger, I love turmeric, and also lemon is pretty much goes in every food I want to eat when I cook. Salmon, for example, I love the taste of lemon, and it's so beautiful to look at. In fact, I often put just lemon in water and just leave it overnight to kind of become lemon water and drink that instead of just regular tap water. But anyway, my cup of tea this morning. Hope that you're doing great. Got something that you love, and I want to chat with you about something that we've talked about before, but I just feel like it's such an important topic. And one of our bloggers, Rebecca Olkowski, wrote about it in a way that was just a little bit different. So I want to chat with you about that feeling you have when you open your closet and you think, there's just too much here. Or you go in the garage and you trip over skis and things that you purchased for your kids that have left the house 5 years ago. You know that feeling when you just feel like you've got too much stuff. Too much stuff. Have you got paperwork that's like overflowing inboxes? I just did a whole shredding exercise a couple of weeks ago. And I mean, I had a black plastic bag full of shredded things that I didn't need. I've been keeping forever and ever. Some documents that I had to keep for a few years, but not 20 years. And so it was really fun to let those go. Are you living with a hoarder? Maybe you've got a partner or a husband or someone that's just a hoarder and likes to keep hold of things, just never wants to let it go. That happens too. In fact, we had a woman sent a note the other day who said she's got a husband who is a hoarder, and she now just sneaks things out and puts them in the charity bag that she's taking and just hopes he never misses it. And she said, never yet has he reminded her, oh, where is that thing? And so she sneaks it out of the house. I mean, that's sometimes the strategy that you have to use, but it is difficult. You collect stuff over time and it becomes part of you. It becomes part of your personality, part of your world. And if you live in a biggish house, if you haven't, downsized the house, you sometimes have lots of little cupboards and closets and places to hide stuff. So what's holding you? Why are you holding on to something that you know you need to let go, that you never use? Sometimes there's memories associated with this stuff, and sometimes they're old, and you think that you might just need it one day. You might just need it one day, so I'm going to hold on to it. But that day, has long passed 10 years ago. Even old, you think that it's going to have some value. Like an old cell phone is going to be worth a lot of money. Usually not. Having said that, there are some things you can hold on to that do increase in value, but the challenge of that is just knowing which ones, and it's a bit of like the stock market, a bit of a guessing game. But anyway, there are probably things that can be refurbished and given to people that can use them practically right now, and then some things that just have to say goodbye. Have you got stuff like that? I'd love you to share, by the way, as we're talking here in the section below, because I know things will come to your mind. And I think it's so easy to just say, I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to get it repaired. I'll take it in next week and we'll get it repaired so that I can use it again. Well, number one, the chances of you taking it in next Thursday to be repaired, and then the chances of you ever using it again is pretty remote. So that's kind of the real world. I'm, by the way, generalizing here because there are some people who really have got things that just need repairing and will be perfectly usable again. But then, do you really want to let someone else, deal with it? I mean, just go ahead and get it fixed if you can and use it. But if not, give it to someone that can use it and make it practical in their lives. And sometimes you can sell those things and make money in return, but it's just I think it takes a switch in your attitude to start looking at it and thinking, I've got to get it fixed, and then I'll do this and this, and then actually doing it. And I think it's partly just having that acceptance that you are reaching a point in your life where stuff is not as important as it used to be. And also, there's a really interesting article, I think it was on Next Avenue, that talked about, your kids don't want your stuff. And when we move on from this planet, we're going to leave all this stuff for them to deal with. And if there's one thing that most women who've had to go through that say, is that they never want to leave it for their children to do again. I mean, it's just a very emotional thing, and also sometimes just tiring and exhausting. And so that's how it is. But sometimes we buy, in this disposable world of clothing, we buy so much clothes that they are disposable, but we just forget the one little thing like that's to dispose of them when we don't use them anymore. I mean, honestly, if you've paid like $1 or $2 for a T-shirt somewhere and you just love it, and it was you knew that the material was not very good, and in a couple of months or maybe a year it was going to wear out. It was only $1 that someone else can use that T-shirt. I mean, someone can wear it underneath something else or layer it. You don't need it anymore. It was disposable when you bought it, and now it's disposable if you throw it away. I think about people who are homeless or without any money at all, and there's plenty of people in our world that need just a simple coat on their shoulders. You've got 2 or 3 of them that don't fit you anymore, or that are a little bit too out of style for you because you can afford to buy another one. Give them to someone that needs it. I know it's, there's plenty of places too that will actually pick up things. I don't know if Goodwill does it. I think Salvation Army does. You people in the US will know better than I. I've been gone for maybe, 8 years now. So I don't quite know what the world is like in the United States. I know we have a lot of women there, so I just mentioned that. And some people in countries around the world are doing very cool things. You could do it too. Some people are like putting a clothes rack just at a public place, or even outside your house if they're in that way, and just with a sign saying free if you need a coat this winter, free if you need some extra cover for your kids. And they've been very popular. People have also done it with refrigerators. They put a refrigerator outside a restaurant and just fill it up with older food, or food that's wasn't used that day, and then just say help yourself. This seems to me a good use of older things. So, of course, Rebecca says one way that you can get a charity deduction from this too. So you can make a little cash from that, and also you can sell things. I mean, we talked about that a minute ago. Any unneeded items can sell on eBay. I was amazed a few weeks ago. I went on eBay to look for something, and gosh, the choice of things. I mean, you can type in any keyword and up comes 4 examples. I was looking for a particular handbag in a particular color, and I knew that I probably wasn't even going to buy it if I found it, but I was just curious, and I found it. I didn't buy it, but it was just like, wow, is that easy to find something you desire? It's the world we live in, right? So anyway, you can put your money away that you make from that eBay into your emergency fund. That for me is known as your travel fund. I don't have any emergency fund, but whatever extra pennies I go on a train journey or plan for the next little trip somewhere. And that's just my way of dealing with my situation. But you can also be sure to do things like throw away stuff that's no good anymore. Old makeup is not good for you. Mascara is really not good for your eyes if it's over, I think it's 6 months. But don't keep on holding on to stuff because you paid money for it. If it's old and out of date, old sunscreen, that actually expires. Food products can expire. And those you can take to the food bank if you know it's going to be a month before that it expires, and you know it's doubtful you'll open it. Take it down to the food bank. They'll be really happy to get your help. Another thing, Rebecca actually has a really good idea. I really should let you just read the article because it's super, super interesting. But one thing she talks about are those tchotchkes that we buy. You know, those things we buy? I should probably, even looking around, I can see stuff. But little things that were so cute when you saw it. Mismatched crystal and, cracked teacups and... Oh, they're so cute. I'll just fix them. 3 years later, you haven't fixed them. Anyway, the tchotchkes can go, and maybe keep 1 or 2 that are precious to you. Have a good memory associated with them. But anyway, I want to try in some ways to make this downsizing fun for you because honestly, we're only here for a short time. We've got to have more experience than we have stuff, more memories. And that for me is important. And Rebecca, I highlighted one sentence she said here, which was start fresh, purge the past, and create new space for you, for the present and the future. So I think that's super good advice. Thanks, Rebecca, for all the amazing ideas here. There's one more she talks about with paperwork, which you should go check out the article on. And I'd like to get your feedback. And so where are you on your downsizing journey? Where are you on your downsizing journey? What things are you finding hard to let go? I think that's important too. So leave your comments in the section below. We'll have a conversation. I really, as I said, appreciate you being here, and I love your dialogue between you and with me. So I read all the comments. So just please leave a comment and we'll have a chat. And let me know, what are your personal downsizing journey? Where are you right now? Okay, everybody, well, take good care. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now.